Ladies and gentlemen, I am here. Yeah, that's completely my fault, everyone. I'm not gonna lie. I remember waking up at 5:50. Alarm went off. Literally hit the snooze button, and then I woke up again. I accidentally threw my phone, and I saw the time, and it was 6:30. I'm like, what the fuck? So that's on me. That is completely my fault. I'm sorry to keep you all waiting. So that's on me. I should have set. I usually set two alarms just in case for a backup. That's on me. So my fault, everybody. And I'm gonna make that up. Don't y'all worry, I'll make it all up. But Inheritor, hello. Danny, hello. I streamed too early, maybe. Maybe. I think that might be an issue. I think that might be it. Now granted, I have been staying up really late these past 2 days, or these past couple days, working on content because it was literally, let's see. It's no these are no excuses. Like these are just me telling y'all what's been happening. Um, let's see. What's today? Thursday. Tuesday was at 4 o'clock. I was up till 4 o'clock, and then Wednesday I was up till like 3 o'clock. But 6 a.m. is crazy. Well, okay, here. I mean, when I do start my new schedule, because my new schedule does happen pretty soon. It happens next week. It happens next week actually. It goes 2:30 to 11. So I mean, I could realistically stream later into the day. So like, let's say, no, this is an ideal. This is ideal. Like this is something that I am. This is something that I wanted. This is something that I've been wanting to happen. Streaming wise, time wise, it's something I've been thinking about for a long time. This is something I thought about before even coming onto the streaming world. I was gonna want to stream at 9 a.m. So go from 9 to 12. I think that is a more ideal streaming time for me because one, I would get I would be getting, let's see, be 9 a.m. So in London at 6 hours, I'd be like what, 3 o'clock? Yeah, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Bangladesh would be going into the night, I believe. Tokyo would be going into the night. Let's see who else is going into the night. I believe Russia would be going into the night on top of that. And then for the United States, it'd be 11 o'clock East Coast, 7 o'clock West Coast. South America would be right around 9 o'clock, I think. So it would be more ideal if I did 9 to 12 in the afternoon, or nine in the morning till 12 at night, or 12 at night, 9 in the morning till 12 in the afternoon. Because that would be like a lot of people. That'd be the ideal sweet spot, ideally. Whether that's gonna happen or not, we'll have to see. We'll probably give it a shot next stream, but not next stream. Well, I mean, we could do it next stream. We could see. But I just been staying up really late. I've been working on. I've been busting my ass on content. Um. Okay. Now that I've got PGR loaded, that's my fault. But yeah, I just woke up. I just woke up late, and that's no excuses. No excuses. You know, I should have set more better alarms. I should have. I went to. I didn't went to bed. I went to bed early. I still woke up late. So it's all me, everybody. But anyhow, you know what? Hey, we're here. Like I've always said, it's the next keynote that is either right or wrong. And so I am playing the keynote that I believe is right, that will okay, and I had to make a post to make sure that so okay. You lie, you were lifting, raising muscles like super super No, I promise you, I was not working out. If I work out, So my gym opens up at 4:30 in the morning. If I was lifting, I would have not been late. If I was lifting, I would have been on time. But I was not lifting, and so here we are. So, but anyhow, Inheritor, welcome. Danny, hello. And to everyone else, hello. Hope you all are doing well. We already got a bot on, what's it called? On Kick. Also, now, this is the big one. If Botrix does it correctly, in like 25-minute intervals, Botrix will send out a message letting everyone know who's watching that I am streaming on spoil, or Botrix will ask everyone that, hey, please don't spoil the game. Pop and P's playing blind. So if all goes well, Botrix should do that every 25 minutes in 25-minute intervals. We're gonna see if that happens or not. But I finally was like, fuck it, we're gonna see if that actually works, because I forgot that I have him. I'm like, well, if we have him, I'm gonna use him. So, okay. Hopefully it works. We're gonna see. I'll keep an eye on it. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are continuing when day breaks. We're on episode 4, which is not bad pacing. Okay. I'm ready if you all are. I know. We've gotta make up some headway. Alright. Okay, here we go. Let me undo the music. And let me make sure all the volume levels are right. Good. Okay, here we go. Episode 4! And I think I got water in here. I do not, but that's fine. I'll get one later. Constantin? Constantin? That's how you say it? Constantin Mine. Alright, let's review support force mandate. Efficient managing on-field demands. Ensure precise coordination, target support, and timely assistance. Hold on every spark of hope, no matter how small. These Oxford support force members mechanically recite their mandate. Why are we getting another mission already? I'm gonna go work to death. I heard there's big trouble at Constantine Mine. That's probably why they're sending so many of us. It's just a mine, isn't it? Ugh. Shouldn't the task force be handling this? It's no ordinary mine. It is a titanium mine. Intel says there's been a subtle punishing virus outbreak. Several underground Norming Mining Corp titanium labs have suffered heavy losses. Oh, that's the shit that, that's the shit they need to make constructs, isn't it? The punishing virus has been around for so long. Why are they only reporting it now? Who knows what's really going on in there? The job landed on us because this mission requires both rescue teams and scouting teams, and most task force is still fighting the corrupted on the surface. See that newcomer here? The one with the brown hair? She shouldn't even be here. She literally got out of training. Well, I mean, she's good though. A captain would never let her join if it wasn't for an emergency, and if she didn't have a relative on the rescue team for the Constantine mine collapse. Bridget looks around nervously in the crowd. Bridget, over here. Oh, Roland. Roland. Fuck me, I keep saying Roland. It's Roland. What are you doing here? I thought you applied to transfer the task force. The application will take a while since it's an interdepartmental transfer with no special circumstances. I heard you applied for the ground mission. I might not be as strong as you in combat as you are, but at least I'm familiar with support for its other operations. Well, looks like we'll get to fight side by side again. Yeah, and also with Instructor Trojan. Oh, that could only go so well. Instructor Trojan? Is she part of this mission too? I saw her over there earlier. There! The blue-haired construct is fiddling with her assigned weapons. Instructor Trojan! Oh, one of these days I'll need to get rid of this flashy hair color. She does not like attention. They quickly pack up and load all the supplies into the transport aircraft. For this mission, support force will split into teams and enter different areas of the Constantine mine. It was no surprise that Trojan, Bridget, and Rulin were assigned to the same team. So the mine never gave a reasonable explanation after you went to Babylonia? Yeah. According to the rescue team code of conduct, if anything happens to rescue workers, the responsibility party must issue an accident report. Oh god, I can't wait to see this interaction between Bridget and Trojan when this shit happens. But even after I sent a formal inquiry as a support force construct for Babylonia, they still refuse to respond. It's clear they're hiding a bigger secret, and revealing it would cause more trouble than being investigated by a construct. Heartless bastards. I have a feeling whatever caused this accident this time also caused the previous collapse. The only difference is that this time, they lost control of the situation. I will find the truth of what happened to my parents. I refuse to let them fade into the darkness without a trace. She's spitting that facts. Yeah, you're Bridget. I know you can do it. Rulin clenches her fist to show support while Trojan faces remains in the hidden shadows. The Constantinian mine, one of the early mines that Norman Mining Corp invested in. The advancement of the construct tech helped them see its true value and resulted in construction of this massive underground tower. Even the most experienced constant miners wouldn't dare claim to know each of the vast underground tunnels. With all the residents evacuated from the Constantine Tower, support forces left working on the dark, relying on the most basic methods for rescue investigation. Nearly all power to the mine was lost in the accident, so only lights or dim glow of flashlights from support most members. The team is linked together from a single file by safety ropes to prevent anyone from getting separated. Well, that's smart. The caves grow more expansive as they go deeper. They eliminate several corrupted and continue slowly, relying on only a map from the mine's administrators. Oh, Bridget? Yes? Rulin? Here. Trojan? Trojan? Present. She really fucking hates being talked to. Trojan's signature lazy voice finally comes through after several calls. Underground communications are unstable, so they only rely on calling each other to make sure no one falls behind. I smell blood. Over here. I did nothing wrong. What are you talking about? The search rep finds no survivors, only grotesque bloodstains that silently testify the tragedy that had unfolded here. All I did was scream at the beans in your backyard and they were sentiment. What? And clearly thinking of bean revolution. These markers don't look like they work the work of a corrupted. Rulin crouches down to examine the fresh bloodstains more closely. These are blood spatter from impact, gunshot wounds, and over here, drag marks. Someone moved the bodies. I knew something was off about this place. Couldn't you tell which way they went? The flesh blood might mean there are survivors. That way. They all dash following Rulin's direction. Another 30 minutes pass. The squad leader slows down and starts another roll call. Trojan? Construct's voice rings through the deep, dark tunnel, trailing into an unsettling hum. Trojan, report in or I'll have to cut off your attendance points. Trojan! The construct voice module almost pursues into a shriek, but there is no answer. Inheritor forgot. Oh, I don't think. No. I think she's just playing a game. Either that or reading a visual novel. Or just talking. One of the two. 3. She... Trojan. Trojan is gone. What about the safety rope? Did she fall behind? The safety rope. The safety rope. Frantic rustling sounds fill the air as they fumble in the dark, reeling in the safety rope. Panic begins to spread. The safety rope. It's been cut. Turn on the searchlights. Searchlights that were dimmed to save energy suddenly flare at full power, bathing in the ground in light. There are traces of vital fluid. Trojan, did she? That's impossible. Everyone stay calm. Instructor Trojan is a seasoned fighter. No one can take her down without making any noise. This is true. Something's not right.
I would like to request permission to head back to assist Trojan.
Request denied. It's too dangerous. You're just a rookie. Slip from the squad and you'll be dead before you know it.
I'll follow the fluorescent markers we left along the way and cross-check with the map. 20 minutes. Give me 20 minutes, and if I can't find Trojan in 20 minutes, I'll regroup immediately.
This is not a game.
I'll go with Bridget.
You?
I may not be a good fighter, but I can track your tail and help Bridget catch back up with the squad.
Don't make me regret this. 20 minutes. Only 20 minutes. If you can't find her, catch up with us immediately.
Yes, sir.
Well, I'm right. We needed a little help. We got it done. Meanwhile, Trojan is moving effortlessly through a dark, craggy tunnel, not even using the portable lamp issued by support force. No matter how much he dreads working, duty calls. She hopes her getaway was smooth enough to avoid raising suspicion among the squad. As for her excuse for being in the lab, she could say that she was kidnapped and fought her way out. They'd probably buy that, right? What if Bridget comes looking for her? Oh well, she won't be able to get past the authentication system into the lab anyway.
How rude. I just had to blow up my shortcut.
Trojan avoids the collapsed shaft and takes a detour. She dusts off the control panel and activates the emergency power switch. Authentication successful. Well, at least half these half-wits made a backup power system that actually works. The door hidden behind the rocks slowly opens, revealing a dimly lit corridor.
Don't say I don't care about my old colleagues. I mean, Karen will pay good money for this.
With another sigh, she steps over several lifeless bodies and presses onward. Well, goddamn!
They already killed pretty much everyone here. What's the point of making me come back, huh?
Faint noises come from a laboratory ahead.
Oh, did I miss one?
Wait! God damn it, it's me! Finally have some free time anyways. Wow, pretty late start, though I was mega late. No. You're never late. It was I who was late. I literally told them the story. Basically what happened was I set the alarm, saw the alarm time, hit the snooze button, and then went back to bed. And that's on me. I should have never done that, but I can't make excuses. It's always the next keynote. But Shark Faith, welcome. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you may be. How are you? Hope you're having a good one so far. All good. Hey, you're all good. You're never late. Gotta get them Z's. I even went to bed early too. That's the problem. I went to bed early, but I was telling them I've been staying up really late. But even then, it's still no excuses. I should have set more alarms, but it is what it is. It's always the next keynote you gotta play right. I still got water the garden at the end of the day, and maybe a little late water in the garden, but we're here. All right, here we go. Trojan clicks her tongue in invitation, but keeps her gun trained on hide. Wait a minute, she got a gun? I thought she had Tophons.
Why are you still here?
Those colonel fucking bastards started spraying bullets when they got in. Luckily I was quick enough to dodge back there. Quick, get me out of here. I have all the data and the qualifiers with me. Come with me, I promise. Whatever I get, you'll get a share. Hey! Holy shit. Smoke whiffs from Trojan's gun barrel as Hyde clutches his bloody shoulder in shock.
That's your best offer for your life. Besides, why would I trust you?
Almost all military has guns. But I thought Constructs didn't. I thought Constructs had just like weapons of choice of whatever they wanted. But I mean, hey, if she's got a gun, that's fine too. I just thought she had Tophons to use as her weapon.
Maybe this is an opportunity from God. I never thought I'd get this lucky when I took this mission.
Yeah, but they also have guns. That's true. Okay, I should. That's fair enough. Touche. Trojan, you vital rat! If it weren't for me, maybe you'd fucking rotted in that pile of piles of corpse.
Perhaps, though I may have preferred that.
She loads another bullet and aims once more at Hyde's head. Holy shit, she is not playing around. You don't can't cut me. You're the frame. I'm modified to frame. If I die, you won't get away with it either.
How can you be still so clueless? Living or dead makes no difference to me. I live only to receive pointless missions like this. To have you rip apart, modify, and experiment on my frame, maybe death is a sensible choice. So, die here with me. The corners of her mouth twitched into a chilling smile. No! No! You can't! Trojan, what are you doing? Before the gunshot sounds, heavy footsteps echo from the hallway. Fuck! Those ignorant idiots! How did they blow a hole over here?
This is a cold scene! Oh, goddamn, you done got caught, Trojan! You done got caught. Woo! Vision moved with efficiency here, ladies and gentlemen. She literally was like, oh, hell nah. Pointed the gun straight on her. Oh, boy. Blinding lights flood in. They do look good. They look fucking good. You got the retro 90s anime girl right here. You got the modern day girl. And then you've got the old dog. And then you've got the Hyde, who's injured. So, very, very, very much indeed looking good. This lab only had one entrance. There was only one way Bridget could have bypassed the authentication system. Colonel soldiers must have accidentally blasted open a new path. Lower your weapon, Trojan. Who is this? Why are you pointing a gun at him? His face pisses me off. By the way, are you sure you want to point the gun at me? I am your instructor. Trojan finds herself moving her gun away from Hyde despite what she says. She can't let Babylonia know about her real identity just yet. So she's got a facade of a name. Aren't you the rescue team from Babylonia? Oh, thank goodness! I'm just a researcher from Norman here to study titanium ore. Hyde cries out if he's found salvation. Oh, you shut up. Are you really just a researcher? The man sitting slumped on the ground darts his eyes back and forth. Guilt is written all over his face. We already knew. She already knew. Of course, these are my identification documents. He fumbles to fish out his access card and ID badge. You don't strike me as just a researcher. If you're just a researcher, how do you explain all the bodies outside? That's... The constructs did it. That's right. They went haywire for the Punisher virus. I had nothing to do with it. Oh, nothing to do with it. Then why are you acting so strange? Could it be that you're the mastermind behind all this? Wouldn't surprise me one bit. A malicious smile spreads across Trojan's face as she emphasizes the word mastermind. Oh, she really dodging the blame here. What are you saying? I understand what you might think I did it, but... These two seem to be putting on some kind of show. Did they really just run into each other? Regardless of who the person is or what he did, Support Force does not have the authority to execute anyone. Instructor Trojan, you're violating Support Force protocols. Bridget carefully observes Trojan's reaction. Oh man, she is really putting on the pressure on her. She can't quite grasp what's going on, nor can she determine who is lying based on the brief exchange. The best solution is to bring them both back to Babylonia and let the experts find the truth. 'Tis but a flesh wound. Yeah. Instructor Trojan, hand your weapon over to Rulin. Here. She carelessly tosses her sidearm to the ground. Things couldn't possibly get any worse than this mission. Then this mission failed. Hyde is still alive, and now Bridget has found them. Alexa, your voice acting is honestly really great. A shame the story doesn't come with voice work. Well, okay, here's the thing. It does, but it's not what we thought it would be. Also, thank you so much for that compliment. It means a lot to me. I'm very grateful that my voice acting is radiating off the characters that I'm wanting to kind of radiate off. I've been doing it for about 6 months now, so I've had some time to do some work with it. But they do have voice acting. It's just whenever the battle it's whenever we're fighting is whenever you hear the voices. If they did have voice acting while we were reading, I would be having a field day. I would be having a field day, because then that would mean Commandant doesn't have a voice, which is us. I would be able to piggyback off their emotions of what they're doing, and I can respond accordingly. If they did, I shit you not, I would be having a field day with it. I would be going crazy.
But thank you so much. As long as I'm able to bring life and emotion from it, then it would be crazy. Yeah, maybe an animation cutscene. Yeah, they also do it in animation cutscenes. They just recently started doing this. Or at least this arc, they started doing it. In Infinite Loop arc, they just started doing it. But either way, I mean, it's still a great story. I'm having a lot of fun with it. To the 12 people watching, hello, welcome. I am Poppin' P. For those who do not know me, I do short films on PGR. I do shorts on the PGR, and I stream PGR. So, if you like PGR, I'm the person to watch. But anyhow, welcome. We're on Floating Record when day breaks. This is a relatively short chapter, but I woke up late. Not gonna lie. Okay, Botrix does do it. Hell fucking yeah. Botrix responds at the 25-minute interval. Very nice to see. Granted, it took a minute, but that's fine. Alright, well, there you go. I'm also playing blind. So I asked for no spoilers, please. I'm still in the very first chapters of the game, so I have yet to come across the voice work and the stories. Oh yeah, you ain't gonna come across them for a minute. Not gonna come across them for a minute, but hey, I will say this right now. If you want to enjoy the story yourself and don't want to get spoiled, then maybe I recommend not watching my stuff, because I do post stuff like way later into the chapters and all of that. But if you're just there for the resources and don't really care about the story, hey, that's a different story. Andrea! Hello. Welcome, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you may be. Hope you're having a good one. How are you? Same thing for you, Alexi. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you may be. Hope you're having a good one. So for the story starts off slow, but trust me, it gets real good. Yes, I was gonna say it's really slow in the beginnings. That's how it always is. It's notorious for that. But once you get past chapter 8 and going into like chapter 13, that's when things start picking up. And then once you get past that arc, things really start picking up. So it's a great story. You just gotta try to get past. It's like anime. Like it's like if you watch anime, it's a really good anime first. It's slow in the beginning, but really picks itself up later into it. So you just gotta kind of go in thinking, okay, this is kind of like anime. It's like an anime show. It's gonna take a minute for it to get good, but once you get past that first 8 chapters, you'll be sitting pretty good. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna continue on with the story here. There is one solution. She could set off the bombs beneath the lab and blow everyone to bits. That would tie up all loose ends. But they've done nothing wrong. Yeah, I can't wait to get the Lamia's part of the story. The O's is so good there. I am not gonna say anything. Just know that I'm letting you know right now, that was probably one of my favorite chapters out of the arc renewal. Out of all the chapters that were in that, in that arc, that was by far my favorite one. I'm not saying anything else. It was a great story, great fucking read. It was I'm just gonna say one of my favorites. I would say probably one of my top 5. Top 5 in the game so far. Chapter 31 is getting all the hype right now. So I'm not doing it yet, but 31 right now is the story to read. But whether it lives up to the hype or not, we're gonna see. Here we go. We already got that part. Regarding her infuriating indecision, Trojan steps back with a sigh. Okay, interesting. Episode 5, Scales of Life. Now, whether or not Trojan is able to slip away from this is yet to be seen. I'm going to be surprised if she somehow gets away with it. All right, here we go. There's someone over there. Holy shit. The bullet travels much faster than the sound of the gunshot and grazes hide even though Bridget rushes to shoot him. Damn, what? I thought, okay, well, we know Trojan's not there anymore, so he's being targeted by someone else now. Ah! Swift footsteps echo through the tunnel. Bridget gives chase, but the attacker is clearly more familiar with these dark passages and moves through them with ease. Bridget pushed you just in time. It's just a scratch. Rulin quickly treats Hyde's new wound. Her brows furrow with concern. Hunting down a science researcher? What could they possibly want? Are you really just a Norman researcher? Why are all the attackers after you? What else is really down here in these mines? Are they really just titanium research labs? Bridget grows suspicious of the frequent attacks in an increasing baffling situation. She even starts to wonder, Do the attempts on this researcher's life have anything to do with her parents' death? You said you started researching at the Karnstein mines for Norman many years ago. Do you know anything about the last few mining tunnel collapses? Were they really just accidents? She trains her eyes on the weary man before her, searching his expression for any hints. I don't know anything. I'm just a researcher. The pain from his wound seems to be taking its toll. He is starting to look lightheaded. His eyes dart back and forth as if he is desperately trying to come up with an answer for Bridget wants to hear. The collapses. Some of them were accidents, but others were... They were for experiments. The man carefully cast a glance at Trojan as if worried that Trojan might have said anything against him. Trojan is leaning on a wall with her arms crossed. She ignores Hydes and lets out a dismissive snort. To deal with certain other things. Hyde stops stammering after he finally pieces together the coherent story for the lies. How does you know? The titanium copolymer research eventually involves exposure to the punishing virus. Sometimes they are unexpected byproducts of our research that get infected with the virus, and we have no choice but to dispose of them on site. They're all mechanoids and animals. We would have never conducted illegal experiments. We're just researchers, and we don't have the kind of authority. Oh, they were for sure experimenting on these people. He forces a strange smile. I'm not too familiar with the other labs, but maybe some of the other tunnels collapsed because they needed to dispose of their unexpected byproducts. What about the rescue team that came in? What happened to them? Bridget tries to stay calm as she scouts ahead, but her trembling voice betrays her worry for the researcher's fate. She gonna put a bullet in him if he fucking fucks up here. The rescue team? Oh, yes. The rescue team. Some of them made it out safely, but others were mildly infected by the punishing virus during the rescue operation. We had to put them in the lower level labs for treatment. This is the Norman Mining Corp's property after all. Researchers that can't tarnish their reputation. We'll make sure they receive proper treatment before sending them back up. You know how things are. With the infection and the pathetic shortage of serum out there, sending them up now would only send them to their death. Feeling that he struck a nerve with Bridget, Hyde begins to ramble on. We won't do that. Oh, yes, they would. Yeah. They really would. This would not surprise me if this was the case. So, we just need to get out of here first. Yes, we need to get out of here quickly. I'll draw you a detailed map. This lab is very well hidden. Then I'll give you my access card so you can come back down to rescue those people. You spent so long in hell, you can't even lie to a human anymore. Trojan muttering is barely a whisper, but Bridget's keen ears catch every syllable. Think what you will, Bridget. But for now, at least, I am not your enemy. She does not intend to explain herself, yet she holds no ill will towards Bridget. I sure hope so. Bridget's mind is in chaos due to the string of incidents, and now this strange lead is about her parents' disappearance. She notices the gaps in Hyde's story, but her mind keeps trying to patch over these holes to have something to hold on to. Kasenka! Hello, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you may be. How are you? Hey, it's been a minute since we've seen you. Hope you're doing well. I finally took advice. I finally implemented the advice you said, Kasenka. Well, also to Long Boy too. Long Boy, I know you both said something about it, about making a no spoilers thing. I finally got Botrix to do it for me. Botrix will, at 25 intervals, will let everyone know that I request no spoilers shall be allowed, and to please respect my wishes. So that way, people who are watching can see that, and when it's on, and it'll be popped up in the live chat feed too, so it'll also be popped up on that. So I finally got it implemented. It took me a minute, but I finally got it implemented. So hope it's all good there. Oh yeah, it's good to know. Hey, I finally did it. So I might. Oh, I gotta get my camera. There we go. I probably gotta get my camera. Not my camera. Probably gotta get a big old. You know, like how the radio shows have like the going live
really big in red. I could have. I might do that, but instead of saying no spoilers. Are you still putting it on screen? Yeah, I need to figure out how to get that on screen too. I want to do like a big old red projection, big old red little square, probably right above me, and say no spoilers. So I need to figure out how to get that up there as well. I'll probably end up having to do like a widget thing or something, one of the two. But I'm gonna get it up there. It'll probably go right above me. Only lore YouTubers can spoil you at this point. True, lore YouTubers can do it, but I also know that there are veterans here that are like ahead of me on top of that, so they could also spoil me. But I was gonna say majority of the people who are here are way ahead of me. I just very recently got caught up to Carefree Dot. I'm like right behind him because I know he just posted the when day breaks, which is this chapter right now, like yesterday. So I'm like right there with him. But I know Danny's ahead of me. I know Sharkbeat is ahead of me, and then I think Longboy and Not No More Guy are also ahead of me as well. But they are also kind enough to not spoil me, and I thank them so much for that. And I think Kasenka's ahead of me on top of that too. So there's a couple people that are ahead of me so far, but I can't wait to get to these other chapters. It's gonna be really good. I can't wait. Now here we go. What should she do? Is Hyde telling the truth? Should she trust Hyde or Trojan? As an instructor in support force, Trojan may not have the best attendance, but outside of this incident, she really seems to be a decent person. Well, that's yet to be seen. But why would a decent person point their gun at a researcher? That researcher, Hyde, he seems normal enough, but something about the way he acts is deeply unsettling. Is he really just an innocent researcher, or is he being hunted because he knows something he shouldn't? Trojan said she isn't my enemy. Oh wait, this is her talking. Trojan said she isn't my enemy, so then, who is the real enemy? Watch out! A bullet whizzes through the air. It's another attempt on Hyde's life. This won't do. They're probably using secret paths not on my map. We won't be able to catch them like this. Drukuli makes a decision. Rulin, how far are we from the main support force squad? Based on the markers and traces I found, we're about 10 minutes away. There could be more obstacles, so I can only give you a rough estimate, but I know we're on the right track. What about climbing back to the surface? If we can make it up there directly, we can get reinforcements. Well, then there goes the squads, because then they're just gonna go hunt them down. Given the current tunnel conditions, it would take at least 10 minutes to get back up, but I can't give you a better estimate. We should prioritize regrouping with our squad. With all of our members, we shouldn't have any problem protecting one researcher. Rulin, take the lead and guide us. Trojan, stay right behind her. She intentionally places Hyde behind Trojan. She doesn't want to take any risk without knowing the true nature of their relationship. Literally have main story done except for the latest one with Selena. Well, damn, you all way ahead of me then. Azurda, hello, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you may be. How are you? You're on 33, so you are slightly ahead, but hey, you're right there. Hey, that's good. That's not bad. That's not bad. I guess I'm a little late, but it's all right. Nah, you're chilling. If anything, I'm the one that was late. We started stream at 6:30. We usually start at 6, but I think we're gonna try 9 to 12 Saturday. We're gonna give that a shot. Because like I said, I talked to Danny and Inheritor when they were first here, but I'm gonna tell you all now. Ideally, when I'm able to take this full time, I would like to stream 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. afternoon time, because that's like a really sweet spot for me, at least. Because, and I told Danny and all them that on the East Coast it would be 11 o'clock, on the West Coast it'd be 7 o'clock, and then in London it would be 3 o'clock in the afternoon. For Tokyo, it would be going into the night. For Bangladesh, would be going into the night. I believe Australia would be going into the night as well. And then down south, South America would be my time, and Mexico would also be my time. So ideally 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. afternoon time would be ideal, since it'd be the sweet spot for everybody. Because 6 a.m. is a little early. I'm not going to lie. 6 a.m. is a little early, but I've been staying up really late to work on content. But either way, these are no excuses. These are just me telling y'all, like, ideally, if I've been able to take this full time, I would like to go 9 to 12. But until that day comes, we continue on with what I'm doing now. But when the new schedule hits, that might change. We might, like I said, when the new schedule hits next Monday, which will be like 2:30 to 11 when I work, which is gonna be fucking raunchy. We'll probably do 9 to 12 and test it out. That way I can get a good grip on whether 6 to 9 would work when I'm able to take this full time. All right, here we go. A construct can easily kill an ordinary researcher with bare hands. She cannot keep a clear head when it comes to her parents. If she can't trust herself to make the right decision, she'll leave it to someone more capable. I don't know if we want to leave it in Trojan's hands, though. For now, her responsibility is to ensure everyone's safety. First by regrouping with support force, then by escorting them back to Babylonia. I can't tell if you're being careful or careless. You're not worried I might attack Rulin? Ah! You won't. Bridget clears her head and her steps become lighter. If you actually tried to kill Hyde only because you couldn't stand him, you have no reason to do that with Rulin. Oh, you think so? You're that certain? You won't hurt Rulin, I'm sure of it. The blue-haired construct falls into silence. I mean, she probably wouldn't. I don't think she would. She had no reason to. I would want to be in Trojan's hands, though. What? I mean, granted, sure, yeah. I mean, hey, I don't judge. She's not my cup of tea, but if she's your cup of tea, then go have at it. They march in silence as Rulin diligently scouts ahead. The markers left by their teammates indicate there's a bridge here, but loose rocks tumble to a bottomless abyss. There's nothing but an empty void in front of them. Trojan is too lazy to even move. Yeah. Oh no, the connecting tunnel is gone. Must be the assassins. Let me see the map. The map unfolds on the terminal, revealing a network of snaking mining tunnels. Wow. This path should get us to this area over here. Let's go this way. Hurry up. They move as fast as they can, but the shadows lurking in the dark continue to have the upper hand. Following the map, they find a wobbly cable bridge. The aid structure looks like hasn't been touched for years. Out Scott ahead. Once we cross this, we can rendezvous for support force. She inches into the bridge with careful steps. Thankfully, Norman Mining Corp was willing to spend its fortune on high-quality materials. Despite years of negligence, the bridge can still support at least 2 people. Trojan and Hyde step onto the bridge one after another. When they reach the middle, disaster strikes. A bomb flies out of nowhere and strikes the middle of the bridge. Oh boy. Trojan! Oh, help! Somebody help! Please, help me! A massive explosion rocks the ground. As the smoke clears, all that remains of the suspension bridge is a single cable dangling from a protruding beam. Hyde clings desperately onto one end of the cable while Trojan hangs on from the other. Rulin! Rulin! Save your breath. She's been knocked out. She was dumb enough to lunge to pull me away from the explosion and got hit by falling rock. She won't be waking up anytime soon. The cable sways, creaking under the strain. The explosion has clearly damaged the aging metal. Now this fucking ironic. It's like we're on this on scales of justice. Darn it. Why am I always the one being weighed? When will I be the one holding on to the cards? If you hold on to the cards, your ass is going to lead everyone behind. Trojan, hold on! First check the survivor's conditions. Hyde. Good. He can still shout. He should be fine for now. Trojan looks a bit down, but that's just Trojan. Checking Rulin's vital signs. Oh, she's still alive. Next, figure out how to get Trojan and Hyde down from this cable. Stop your wishful thinking, Bridget. You can only save one of us with this wretched thing about to snap. I'm not your enemy. Leave Hyde. He's... Help me, please! Help me! Save me! I know where the rescue workers are. I'm an expert on titanium colorifiers. I can't be useful. I don't want to die. I don't want to die. My research isn't finished yet. I can't die here. Shut up. I never make that kind of choice, Trojan. What if he was the one who murdered your parents? You really gonna pull that card? The researcher was so annoying, your voice is on point, making him annoying too. Such a winner. Such a whiner. Hey, I'm glad I'm able to do that. Trojan could hold on to my card. What? I did it! It wasn't me!
If he is the real murderer, I'll get his judgment after we get out of here. Neither support force nor rescue workers have the right to execute criminals. Support force and rescue workers share one mission: to hold on to every spark of hope. She fixes her grappling hook firmly onto a rock and tugs on it twice before leaping with all of her might onto the beam. Trojan lets out a sigh. Bridget is closing in, but at this point, Trojan cannot let Hai get out of here alive for both personal and professional reasons. I'm sorry, Bridget. I really like you. If we met earlier, maybe we could have become good friends. What are you? Hide! Give me your hand! Trojan is a construct, so she should still be able to move. Bridget plans to secure Hyde to a safety rope first, so she can use him as leverage to pull Trojan back to safety using the momentum. A bullet whizzes past Bridget's ear and hits Hyde just as he reaches out with frantic joy. Ha! Bridget whips her head around to see that Trojan has let go of the cable to fire at Hyde. As Trojan falls, wow, she really pulled that move. That is crazy. As Trojan falls, she waves goodbye to Bridget. No! Bridget cannot understand Trojan's action, but she still wants to uphold the duty of a rescue worker and support force member. Never give up on any hope. With her leg thrusters at maximum power, Bridget grabs Trojan's clothes and hurls Trojan with all of her might at the only stable-looking platform in the bottomless mine shaft. Wow, I'm surprised she actually pulled that off. I commend her for getting it off like that. Alright, here we go. Episode 6, Coincidence. Oh shit, this is us. Okay. You've been in more dangerous situations, but Bridget's vivid recounts on how Trojan fell off the cliff and how she barely managed to hang on to the edge still makes your heart race.
Is that why you took on mission to Constained again?
Yes.
Now this is the shit I like right here. This is where I shine.
Yes, of course. When I regained consciousness, I was already back for Support Force. Support Force was also ambushed by these unknown assailants. When the squad detected life signals and approached the rescue, the tunnel collapsed. The punishing concentration spiked and a pack of corrupted appeared.
The punishing spiked? No. Something's off.
Yes, it spiked. She insinuated each word with emphasis. The punishing virus suddenly appeared at the bottom of the shaft that had never seen an outbreak before. And now that I think about it, that mission was full of baffling information gaps. Why was Support Force suddenly deployed? Was it really just for rescue and scouting? Or could there be something else? Something they were trying to cover up?
What did the mission report say exactly?
The mission report said, a titanium mining laboratory contracted by the Norman Mining Corp conducted illegal experiments using titanium ore, leading to the infection of some constructs and staff an explosion, causing the mine to collapse. And that's the conclusion? The young construct storms into Support Force office, clutching a stack of reports in her hands. What really happened to Trojan? What does the memory loss due to mine damage mean? What about that researcher? Trojan, it's complicated. She's been transferred to another department. We no longer have authority to inquire about her case. So she lived. Good to know she lived. That researcher fell down the shaft. We didn't have the resources for a rescue operation, and from that height, they did a basic depth survey on the mining shaft. The conclusion was that not even a construct could survive a fall like that. If Bridget had thrown Trojan onto the safety platform at that moment, Trojan wouldn't have survived either. And what about Rulin? Why was she transferred to the task force before I even got to see her? Oh, Rulin. She actually requested the transfer herself. It's what she wanted, you know. She's been trying to join Jeffrey's team for a long time. Jeffrey is the commandant of Silkworm. I've heard of Silkworm, I just haven't heard of that commandant before. That was in the past, so we know it because she joins Iris Warbler in 22. True. Oh, so this is what we're reading right now is Bridget's backstory. I'm sure we'll play a part more in the future once the backstory's over. I checked the rules. Don't try to fool me. To transfer from support force to a task force squad, you need at least three months of screening or more, plus a joint investigation. I was the captain of Rulin's squad during her training. Why wasn't I sent any of the end of investigation reports on this? Hey, don't overthink it, Bridget. With a helpless sigh, the captain walks out from behind the desk and pats Bridget's shoulder. Not every story needs to end with the end. But this isn't some story. She watched helplessly as they plummeted into the bottomless mine shaft. In any case, don't bring this man up again, Bridget. Some things are beyond what we can do. True.
So, that's all?
That's all. Later, though support force casualty rate is slightly lower than the task force, the numbers are still horrifyingly high. During a rescue mission, the captain never returned from the ruins after saving 2 children. Bridget gradually rose through the ranks without her outstanding performance and became the captain of support force. Whoa, hold on. Oh damn, okay. So that's how she is now. After taking over the team, I tried to reopen the investigation into that accident. She is doing everything she can to make sure that fucking comes to fruition. But hey, with Big Dog here, we can make it work. But most of the documents about the Constant mine were confidential, and even the detailed mission records and investigation reports were lost in an accident.
What a convenient coincidence.
Yeah, it's just that convenient. And you probably know what happened after that. After Trojan's mind was damaged, she was in recovery for a long time before being assigned to a new squad, only to vanish without a trace. Rulin, you know her too.
Yeah, I do.
She follows Jeff Lee's silhouette and vanishes into the dark expanse of the red tide. Oh, that was her? Well, hold on. That was her? I remember we saw a girl walk into the red tide like way back yonder, but that was her? Maybe this is kind of liberation for her. Everything just seems a little too convenient. Every support force member involved in the Constant mission has either been reassigned or lost their lives in action. Everyone except me. There has to be more to this than what I know. The brown-haired construct gazes out the window with brilliant sunlight paints a pristine, cloudless sky. I've always believed, as long as the truth is still out there, one day darkness will be dispelled by the light. They all say that I sound like a fool when I say this, but I know this is true.
And that day will come. I'm sure of it.
Ah! Her smile, bro. Yeah, I knew this day would have come eventually. Her terminal emanates a short beep. Must be the mission details. I also got mine. Perfect timing. I've pretty much gotten used to this new frame. It looked good on her. Is Bridget good gameplay wise? I mean, I got her on accident a while ago. Hey, I mean, nothing but getting a spook is nothing wrong with getting a spook like that. Now, me personally, this is not my area of expertise. This would be more of the veterans here. I have meta characters, but that don't mean I play meta. All I know is that she's hard to play if you don't know how she works. Me going in blind, not knowing how she works, it is what it is. Bridget does a long, lazy stretch. This feels great. The power system's been enhanced. And the overall controls are much better. I needed that stretch too. The door creaks loudly as someone intentionally pushes it really hard instead of ringing the doorbell. Oh, what the fuck? Greyraven Commandant. I was told to look for you here. The bluish-haired construct appears before Bridget with an air of casual nonchalance after so many years. She seems so different now, yet the same in many ways. Oh, and you must be...
This is Bridget, Support Force Captain.
Hello, I'm Trojan. The blue-haired construct puts on a practiced, fake smile that Bridget knows all too well. Hi. By the way, do you have absolutely no memory of me? Do I know you? Trojan turns around and gives Bridget a rather impolite once over. I don't believe I've ever met you. The blue-haired construct does a little shrug. Sorry, I had some issues with my mind and lost a lot of memories. Anyway, since I'm representing Norman Mining Corp for this mission, whatever happened in the past, I am not your enemy.
She said that last time. If you're competing for the leaderboard, you want to pursue the more meta ones. You can clear anything with A ranks. This is true. This is true. Just won't be competing with the spenders in the leaderboard. Yeah, I was just saying. I have someone in my guild, or two people in the guild, that are competing in the leaderboard, and they've got like triple S meta team. So it's like, oh, well, goddamn, hey, go have at it. I think I'm at leader. I'm at the leader, but I float between leader and hero. Bridget lets out a quiet sigh. Anyway, I'm here to let you know it's time for the assembly. We should get going. Everyone's already standing at the departure point. Apparently, we'll have another briefing. Why do we need so many meetings? Despite Trojan's reluctance, the pre-mission briefing must go ahead as planned. Okay, so that means we're involved in this too. Good to know. Oh, is this another mine? A 3D hologram of the mine shafts hover over the middle of the conference room. It looks more like an inverted tower than a typical building. And hero is already pretty high, so you can get there. You can be there. Yeah, I always say I've the most like I only have double S on my meta characters, but I don't, like I said, I don't play meta. I make sure everyone gets their rounds of dealing with damage and all that, and I still land pretty good. So you can get there. I don't know if you can get there with A ranks, but you can get there. The operation participants gather around one side of the hologram as Silica briefs everyone on the mission. Inverted tower Huhua mentioned. Oh, really? I didn't know that. I know there's a hetero tower, but that's all I know from that. During the briefing window, the data wall was breached. The Science Council managed to intercept a portion of the information. While most of the data is still being processed, this particular section specifically mentions titanium copolymers. The basic concept involves using an alternative material chain as a medium for connection, with titanium serving as the skeletal structure. By linking it to another branch or form of copolymer, they aim to expand the compatibility range of titanium 193. Sorry, I was right. I said 19. I should have just said that. Continue with it, but that's all right. The primary objective of this mission is to enter the Constantine mines and retrieve much of the experimental data as possible. Okay, so we get to go back. So hopefully Bridget learns the truth now the big dog's here.
Why the Constantine mine?
Babylonia has dug out records of the residents' resource flow at that time. While there's no definitive evidence, we can reasonably deduce that the laboratory might have been conducting titanium research in this area, and most likely location is the Constantine mining site. Combined with the information voluntarily provided by the Norman Mining Corp, we are now confident in our deduction. So, is their technology mature enough? That's impossible to determine at this point. Only a handful of encrypted documents mention that they've achieved some experimental results, but none of them clearly specify the nature of these achievements. Therefore, your objective is to investigate and clear out any abnormalities in the mining site. Until the Science Council figures out how to conjure titanium ore out of the thin air, we need raw titanium for copolymer synthesis.
So I'm assuming this is materials for us to get our hands on, so that way we can make new frames. Which in turn, I'm going to assume is us to get new frames, which sets up Lucia maybe, or other characters to get them. Big Dog, Commandant, us. I like to, this is something, okay, now, a lot of people don't like to self-insert themselves into stories. I personally do, because that's just how I find my joy in playing games like this. I like to believe that when I'm doing this is especially true with my short films. With my short films, I like to immerse myself in the game like I'm actually in the game. So, Commandant talking is technically, in my eyes, me talking. So that's why I said when Big Dog's here, I'm referring to me, which in turn refers to Commandant. But like I said, I like to self-insert myself because that's just how I find my joy in games, and that makes the game more immersive for me. So that's how I look. That's how I look at the games whenever I'm playing these type of games where there's a character, and it's us, me. So I like to self-insert myself. Whether or not that's a selfish reason or not doesn't really matter to me. Just because, like I said, I find joy in it. All frames need that. I knew all frames needed the titanium ore. I just didn't know if we're getting a new, different type of ore that specializes in new frames.
Okay. Raw titanium?
Yes. Babylonia's titanium reserves are limited, and no large deposits have been discovered in any of our current conservation areas. Instead of risking exploitation elsewhere, we should focus on reclaiming the constant mining site.
Okay, so basically it's like oil. So it's like oil. Basically, this is like oil. Oil in our world. They just need it. Well, you have the Omegas from Emily's frame. True. Wait, I thought the Omegas were weapons. I didn't know. Wait, I didn't know they were integrated into Lee's frame. Well, but then again, that's how he's immune to the punishing virus. So I could be off.
Instead of risk, read the other part.
Oh, Victoria! I forgot she's now the head honcho of the Norman Mining Corp now. That's why I was gonna say, like, once I read it again, or once I was redoing stuff in my mind, I'm like, oh well, that's how he's immune. Okay. I forgot how I did her voice. Okay, I remember.
The Norman Mining Corp will provide a structural data for the constant mining site, and will also send some of our researchers to assist you. What about the data from the underground laboratory? That data was lost during the transfer process. Oh, really? I have no reason to deceive you. Norman Mining Corp also wishes to reclaim the site. I will offer all the files, including investigation records of the mine collapse, as well as the butler's guy's final video recording before his death in the mine shaft.
Okay.
Butler.
Norman Mining Corp had decided to withdraw their investment since the research facility hadn't submitted any new findings for a long time. Given the gravity of the situation, my grandfather sent most trusted Butler to handle the negotiation. Everything was going smoothly until Sketch sent an unexpected message claiming that they have achieved the research breakthroughs and requesting additional funds. Before the corporation would dispatch any new investigation team, the mine collapsed. Sketch perished and I left no remains behind. As for the rest, including your parents, Miss Bridget, we initiated a follow-up rescue and investigation. However, more sites collapsed and the Norman Mining Corp lacked the capability at the time to deal with the vast numbers that are corrupted and properly addressed the situation. I offer you my deepest apologies.
Victoria steps out from behind her desk and bows deeply to Bridget. This sudden, frank apology from Norman Mining Corp head leaves Bridget dumbfounded. I mean, I will probably leave me dumbfounded on top of that too. I would not blame her for being like, what the fuck is this? Liv also had, remember, but she couldn't control. Oh, yeah, I was gonna say, Liv had it, but she couldn't control it, which is why her mind ended up getting fucked, even after her frame. Holy, your voice fits, Victoria. I mean, from what we deduced from the story, which involved Victoria and her family, we deduced that it was some sort of I believe it was Irish. It was Italian. It was an Italian royal family with, I believe, was it Greek origins? I think Italian royalty with somewhere in the Eastern Europe timeline, which what we believed. Yeah, Italian and Greek is something else. Yeah, that's what we deduced it. That's what we deduced it down to. Italian family with Italian names with Greek something and then something else. That's what we deduced it to. I don't remember either. I just remember I remember we were able to deduce it down to Italian and Greek. I just don't know which one was which. So here we go.
Sketch raised me, and he was loyal to the Norman Mining Corp even after his death. If you find his remains during your mission, please bring them back. The Norman Mining Corp will offer a handsome reward for your work.
Well, I have no problem bringing this man back. You don't need to pay me, but that's fine.
That's all the information I have access to regarding the constant mountain at the current clearance level.
Aren't you the head honcho? What do you mean at the clearance level? You are the head honcho. You should be able to see it all. Okay, here we go. After this, I'm gonna go get a water, and then we're ready to go. No work for free. But I mean, this is more of like, if you find him, please bring him back. we'll pay you if you do find it. But if you're gonna pay me, you don't gotta pay me to find someone that raised you. I ain't gonna ask you to give me money like that.
All right, one last time. Recite the support force mandate.
Effective manage on-field demands, ensure precise coordination, target support and timely assistance, and hold on to every spark of hope, no matter how small.
Excellent. Now go victory. Always be with ours. I fucked that up really bad, but that's all right.
Yeah.
Squad members disperse in all directions, each heading to their assigned missions.
Bridget!
Hey, Papa P.
Lucia. Hey, we got Lucia here. Hell yeah. Oh wait, I thought we had the whole grade squad. We did not. We just Lucia. Hey, Lucia gonna be more than enough. We got Bridget here too. She gonna be more than enough on top of that.
Lee and Liv not coming. Liv's frame is due to schedule maintenance, and Lee is on another mission. You Grey Raven folks sure know how to keep yourselves busy.
Well, something happens all the time, so always gotta be on our toes.
By the way, this is our first official collaboration, right? Excluding all the times we've helped each other out.
True. You have saved our butts a couple times.
Poppin' P, Lucia, here's to our first official mission together.
Looking forward to working with you.
Finally! We're finally working with Bridget. It's been a hot minute. But we're finally here.
I'm certain we'll work well together.
Yes, we will.
This mission involves Norman Mining Corp. How are their preparations coming along? They're already here. Look over there. Norman Mining Corp delivers their
Holy shit! Who are you? Wow! That's the first time I've really been like, oh, whoa! God damn! Holy fuck! God. The female staff were classive. Gives orders. I say sort and load the supplies onto the transport. Hey, what color are our eyes? Ladies and gentlemen?
As usual, Trojan stands by the transport aircraft with their arms crossed, lost in thought. The female staff notices the group standing nearby. She fixes her glasses and walks over. Hello, I'm... Angie? Angie? Or Annie?
Either the J's silent or it's Annie or it's Angie. Well, either way, we're just gonna go with Angie.
The coordinator of this operation and head of the Norman Titanium Research Division. That's Trojan, our security construct responsible for the safety of Norman Mining Corp's researchers.
Yeah, just say Angie. Okay, we're gonna go Angie then.
Oh, hello, I'm... No need for that. I've heard all about you. Let's get to work.
Now, okay, this is the one thing that's gonna suck when I do the woman's voices, that they're all gonna kind of sound the same, just because one, I don't have a woman's voice, so it's hard for me to get that pinpoint down. And two, that's just how I roll. Like, I can bring it really high, but if I bring it really low, it's gonna sound like a dude.
She turns around and checks her terminal. I need to go back to sorting resources. Please follow the agreed plan and meet us at the designated time.
No worry, no one blames you. I know, but I feel bad knowing that I can't give you the full immersionness when it comes to like all the women's in the game here, because there's so many women in here, but not enough dudes for me to voice act. Then become a woman then? Well, I ain't gonna do that.
Bridget, why so serious?
Well, it's rare to see someone from support force being this serious. So, are your backup supplies ready? Commandant and my backup supplies are all set. It's almost time then. Let's head out.
All right. Since Babylonia has pinpointed the location of the Constantine town, finding the still intact Constantine mine proved to be no challenge. Howling winds sweep through the abandoned town, nothing but a hollow void.
I used to make a living here during public transport. Wonder if my old heavy-duty vehicle is still around.
Oh! Boss! Is this where you used to live?
Yeah. I lived here before the punishing outbreak. I was so small back then, so I can't remember much. At that time, Norman Minecorp quickly built a central purification filter here to protect their titanium mines. That's why the virus concentration in this area was always within safe levels. By the time I was old enough to remember things, my parents were already working as rescue workers in the surrounding areas. Oh, so that's why she became what she is now, because her parents were that as well. Your mom must be the real beauty.
You can say that again.
Shut up. So, does this mean the central purification filter can be reactivated once it's been fixed? In theory, yes. That should make things much easier. Bridget continues her explanation as the small town gradually comes into view. Strange rocks dot the surrounding wasteland while swirling sand and dust spiral in the air. The sturdy city gates still stand guard as the humble residents work tirelessly to rescue survivors from the surrounding disaster areas. Don't worry, your voice for women are actually distinct enough so far. Yes! That means I'm doing a good enough job. Thank you, thank you. She was defo smaller, true. Celia's on point. Voice trying to riz Bridget. Hey, I am not trying to riz everybody up. I'm just being a gentleman. The only regret is that there are hardly any food here, nowhere near enough to sustain us. Thankfully, I have my trusty heavy-duty vehicle. That's one's a beast. I reinforced that front bumper so your average corrupted wouldn't stand a chance against it. We're almost there. Angie, who has been quiet this whole time, suddenly speaks up. I mean, Celia is... Oh, yeah. You're right. Celia is trying to riz up Bridget. But I thought that was... Was it the... I thought Celia... I don't remember which one was which. Crumbling buildings that are still standing gradually thin out. Further ahead, a cluster of single-story buildings come into view. This is it. We're here.
The Constein Mine.
The main building of the mines is surprisingly modest in size, not nearly as towering as you imagined. Most of the complicated structures are underground, but the original mine entrance has collapsed, so I take stational personnel at least 3 days to clear it out. According to the Corporation Origins blueprints, there should be another mine entrance over there that hasn't collapsed. Always good to have a backup plan. As Bridget sneers at the idea of having multiple entrances all over the place, Angie cuts her off with a cold retort. This is efficient resource management. Angie's authorization chip activates a dirt-covered hidden control panel. Stale dust billows from the mine shaft, bringing it with the musty scent of decay. Support force will split into 2 teams. I lead one with Trojan and will be entering this way, while Pop and P and Lucia will lead the other team and coordinate with Angie to investigate from the other way. Let's stay in touch so we can we can all ask for help immediately if anything comes up. And when we're done, we'll rendezvous here in the main hall inside the mine.
Understood.
All right, let's get this show on the road. Bridget takes one last focused look at the mine entrance. It's been years since she last set foot in this abyss. This is true.
The support force will take the lead. You and Norman's researchers. Take the routes we've confirmed to be safe.
Let's keep in touch.
Then let's go.
All right. About damn time we get some work done. Okay.
The body of a researcher. How did it get here? No one was around when we entered the mine.
I'm so glad they voice act these now.
These wounds don't make sense. The fatal one should be this blunt injury. But there's also a gunshot wound in the leg.
Looks like we still got some people lurking around.
In addition to the lethal one, this is not as simple as it seems.
Let's keep going. Maybe we can find something else.
I'm so glad I don't have to I can say my voice when I do these. Okay, we gotta go this way. Alright, we're moving. We're moving. Oh, this is new. Okay. I'm so glad they add little touches every now and then. And we've got these now. Okay, here we go. Hey! Get out of here! Bop! I said I did pretty good on that sequence.
right, here we go.
An elevator. Not sure if it's working.
We're gonna go the long way then. I mean, unless I can force it open.
Seems to be out of power.
Select the
reconnect
control.
the
No, son of a bitch! They really doing this? They really gotta do this one? Fucking hell, I hate doing this shit, man! Well, chat, I'm gonna have to fucking force my fucking game to restart because I'm stuck. This is very annoying. God damn it! Alright, hold on. Son of a bitch. That is so annoying. Okay, well, give me 1 second. I gotta close the game. I'm so fucking ass. I'm gonna have to play this one on the fucking phone. If it does it again, I'm gonna have to do it on the phone. I gotta go. Catch you next time. Hey, all good. Alexi, we'll see you around. You have a good day. You be safe out there, or good night. And we'll see you around. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna continue on. I am loading back up right now. Okay. We're gonna try this again. That's not what I wanted. Okay. We're gonna do this. We're gonna see if this works. And if this don't work, then I'm gonna have to do it on the phone. Which is very unfortunate if it does.
The support for the body. These wounds don't make sense.
Okay. I'm gonna go back. We're gonna go here. We're gonna open this. Gotta go through here again. Click on this again. I know this is very small, but it's good. I'm testing it out. If it doesn't work, then I'm gonna have to do this on my phone, which is so annoying if that's the case, because then I gotta re-download it on my phone.
I'm already. It's just a scratch. It's dangerous ahead. Be careful. That's all you got. It's dangerous ahead. Be careful. Dangerous ahead. Be careful.
Okay. You should be able to press Y and the cursor appears. Oh, really? Hold on, I'll give it a shot. Oh!
Elevator. Not sure if it's working.
What? I didn't know that. Hold on. Let me go back to full mode then. Hold on, let me go back to full mode.
Seems to be out of power.
Oh my gosh, what the fuck? This was a thing? You telling me this was a thing? Yeah, this was my issue like way back in the day. Let's see, which one was it? It was number 21 story. Number 21 story, there was that puzzle that you had to do, and you had to like press that code. And I couldn't do it because I couldn't pull up my mouse for the longest time. So I had to fucking every time something like this happened, I would have to go to my phone. I still have it on stream. I would have to go to my phone and tell you all what's happening. And be like, all right, well, I'm here now. I'm working on the code now. And then it happened again in Bamanata's story. It happened again in Bamanata's story whenever you had to do the boss fight. I couldn't do it, so I literally had to fight that boss, and Bamanata were just using Vera. But I mean, that was also a fun fight because it was like a challenge that I had to do. But either way, if you would have told us, we'd have helped you. Well, I don't think you guys were there. When that was going on. Because this was, how long ago was that? Let's see. It was, I'm gonna pull it up real quick, and then we'll get back on it.
I believe it was like months ago. It was. Wasn't Alpha? No, Winter Shackles, Bamina. What was Baminata's? I believe it was back. It was back. Okay, it was back on my other channel. Hold on, let me look. Let me look at my other channel really quick, because I know that it was on there as well, and that was a long, long time ago. Chapter 15. 6 months ago is when that was. Oh, you were there? You were there? Were you really? Also, this time around, because I was confused as to why you restarted. I restarted just because the channel that I made before was very new, so I knew it was like, all right, well, let's make a pivot and make to the new channel. Because at that time, my last channel, I was still trying to find my groove on what I was wanting to do or what I was wanting to create. Long form wise, and plus I was still streaming on Twitch, so I was streaming on Twitch 6 months ago before making the transition about 3 months ago. Let me see, because 6 months ago was January. No, 6 months ago was then, and then let's see, when did I make my first live? My first live was 2 months ago. So 2 months ago was whenever I started streaming on YouTube, and at that time, that was when So okay, you can't see whenever I was doing. I don't think you can see when I did Baminata's chapter. I think I streamed it on Twitch at that time. But anyhow, I was streaming on Twitch, and that was happening, so I couldn't fix it. And then when I made the switch, and that was before before I switched to this account, what you see now. So my second channel, which I have no clue what I want to do with it yet, that was basically still trying to find my groove. Like, okay, do I want to post my shorts on here? Do I want to post everything on this channel at once, or do I want to make like different channels for different things? But then that's where like, all right, well, now I know what I need to do, and that's when I made the pivot to the this channel, which you see now, which does have everything in it, which I'm fine with, and I'm glad that I made that change, and I'm glad that I'm making everything into one. And that way, you see everything. You see the shorts, you see the live, you see the long form, all in one channel. And then my second channel, I have an idea on what I want to do with it, but I'm not sure. But anyhow, you just got some lore on basically why I made another channel, why I made the channel you see today. Okay. Select the correct circuit exit. Oops. Okay. Am I supposed to? Oh, I see now. Okay, hold on. Let me big brain this. There we go. That is so nice. That is so good that I can just click Y and my mouse right there. Now I don't have to restart damn near every time. Thank you all for helping me with that. Here we go. Oh, what the fuck? There we go. Aye.
Shot in the head.
Damn! Easy. I used to play those games a lot back in the day. When I was little. Back when I was still like a baby deer. Oh, we gotta investigate all these.
And here, also shot in the heart. Can't believe these machines.
Oh, damn, it's still moving? I'm fucking it up really bad. I gotta press 2, and then when the 2's come again, press the 3. Okay, once it comes around.
Every body seems to have multiple wounds all over, but only one of them is lethal. On top of that, all the bodies are concentrated right here. The space is empty just steps away, and there are no signs of a struggle or attempts to run away.
You mean they were moved here after death?
Yes, that would explain why the support force didn't run into anyone during the rescue mission before. Plus, someone seems to have deliberately sabotaged the elevator to cover something up. They even desecrated the dead like this for their shameless ulterior motives. Those guys are psychopaths.
Let's keep going. We need more clues.
How did you go from hearing her clear to back on the radio? I thought she was with us. Oh, nice. We got the achievement. Okay. This is so nice. Okay, let me figure it out. There we go. Every even story module exclusive, I'd be happy. Oh, Trojan 3D model win. I don't know. I mean, if Trojan ever gets a model, that'd be pretty dope.
I'm alright. Just a scratch.
Oh fuck, I meant to. God damn!
I'm alright. Just a scratch.
Oh my goodness. I'm getting jumped.
Dangerous ahead. Be careful. It's dangerous ahead. Be careful. That. On your side.
Bop.
I'm alright. Just a scratch.
Oh, you can hold it? That's good to know. Bop.
This is my final warning.
That's because I know you can hold the shield.
These wounds are weird. They're knife wounds, gunshots, and irregular blunt injuries. They look similar to what we saw earlier, but are actually different.
This gives me an idea on how I want to use her then.
Many of them are obviously lethal, but the murderer continued to inflict wounds after the victims had already died.
Watch this be Trojan before she lost her memories.
According to what you said, it feels like the murderer already lost their mind and was purely venting their anger on them.
Exactly.
Or it could be the butler.
This is different from the clean, professional style we saw earlier. Judging from their postures, they seem to have been moved here after death as well.
Someone specially piling them up near the passage. Are they trying to make these like kills by the corrupted?
That's possible. If the investigators aren't experienced enough, they might be misled into believing the corrupted did this. Let's move on. I think we're getting close to the truth.
Okay. Oh. Pop and P, Lucia. The deeper they venture into the mind, the weaker the signal becomes. The thick layers of Earth block most radio waves, and the terminal shortwave communication channel established in a hurried procedure is nothing but garbled, static-filled voice. Has there been any unusual activity? Yes, it's weird. According to the mission details, this mine was sealed off after the support force evacuated. The shaft has collapsed again due to the prolonged lack of maintenance, meaning no one should have been able to get in here. We found bodies. Support force would never leave bodies like this. Even in emergencies where they couldn't transport our casualties, they would at least attempt burial on site. They never leave corpses pile up this way. No large bloodstains detected in the vicinity. After completing the inspection, Lucia and you exchanged knowing glances. The bodies appear to be those of researchers, but we don't know exactly or who exactly they are just yet. They were moved here after death. Same here. There have been incidents in these mines. Please proceed with caution. We'll stick to the original rendezvous point. Over. Copy that. Lucia, let's keep moving. Commandant, something seems a little off with the researcher. Lucia intentionally slows down and whispers into your ear. Angie? No, it's not just her. Her deputy is suspicious too. Their faces show panic, but their posture remains composed. While people seem genuinely scared, the reactions, if anything, seems fiend. As if they already knew what we'd find in that mine.
I was just talking, oops. Due to unknown risk, they planned separate reconnaissance missions or cut short. About 40 minutes later, both teams rendezvous in the hall. This junction connects multiple mining tunnels with unexploded rock formations behind us, making this place highly defensible against attack and, if be it, a great escape route. Whew! It's great talking face to face. Sure was a lot of work trying to talk over the static in the shortwave channel. The constant mine should have its own internal communication system. We'll be able to use the internal shortwave for communication if we get the transmitter and receiver fixed. Cheryl, see if we can do that. Right on it. Cheryl, a member of the support force, dashes out in a hurry. Are we really wasting our time on energy on wasting a time like this? You think it's a waste of time? Well, why don't you tell me how it's supposed to get a hold of on one another in a mine is as big if anything goes south. We need to stay in touch with support force to efficiently manage the on-field demands. Angie, when in Rome, do as the Romans do, yeah? With a gentle tug from Trojan, Angie drops her argument with Bridget.
So, what's our plan?
We'll store the supplies here for now. I'll send a squad to reinforce the mining tunnel to prevent any secondary collapse in our access route. The rest of us will pick an area to investigate. If you come across anything about the laboratory or the corrupted, don't engage. Fall back immediately and report your findings. As Bridget assigns tasks and directs everyone to their positions, Lucia quietly slows down to match her pace to yours. Commandant?
I'll let Bridget know to keep an eye on Angie and her deputy. Keep an eye on the rest of them, Lucia.
Anyone else you find suspicious, Commandant?
It's quite simple, really.
You make a gesture outlining Angie and her deputy.
Those two possibly can't put up a fight against support force. I'm pretty sure we're not out of the woods yet.
All right. We're moving pretty well right now. We're moving all right. I think we're like, well, where are we at? 32%? Oh, that's a lot slower than I thought it'd be. All right, I will be right back. I'm going to go get a water. Make sure you all get some food in your system. You all get some water as well. And I'll be back soon.
All right, I am back. Ugh. Okay. I got a little snack. Get the little snack. Use the restroom, got my water. I'm ready to roll. All right, ladies and gentlemen. What am I? What? Hold on. See me with this excellent. Oh, we're chilling. Okay. All right. Let us continue on. Episode 8, The Second Collapse. Main lobby. The second incident strikes sooner than anyone had expected. Shortly after the rest of Scots disperse, a violent tremor rocks through the mine shaft. Deep rumbling and the sound of falling rocks echo from the path behind, spreading through every corner of the mine. Upon returning to the hall with the rest of the group, Bridget immediately stands out in the center of the gathered crowd. Her face is grim as she grips Angie, whose face bears fresh scratches. What's going on? The mine collapsed. We lost some members from the tunnel reinforcement team. Our way back is completely blocked, and we've lost all communication with the outside. Angie and her deputy would have met their doom if I had acted fast enough. Bridget's news sends ripples of shock through the crowd, leading to hushed conversation and whispered exchanges. Quiet down, everyone. Let's calm down. Let's see what Bridget has to say first. The crowd murmur gradually fades, but Bridget remains quiet. Her eyes remain locked on Angie, her grip on Angie's hand still firm and unyielding. Bridget? It's never occurred to me that I should keep an eye out on you until Pop and Pete told me to. Bridget opens her mouth and then pauses to collect her thoughts. Angie, why did you and your deputy stand there when the cave-in started? You clearly had enough time to make it back to us. Bridget. Lucia steps between them and pats Bridget's shoulder. Angie seizes the chance to break free from Bridget's grip. She lowers her head, hiding her face, while gently rubbing the spot where she was grabbed. I'm sorry. Everything happened so fast, and we never dealt with anything like this before. We panicked and froze up. We were too scared to move. I know why you came down here to these mines, but that doesn't mean you need to be suspicious of everything. Bridget. I'm sorry. I lost my squad members who were trying to save these two. I'm just a bit... Bridget takes a deep breath and steps back. After a long moment, she finally regains her composure. Yes, there are things I want down here, and I have other motives besides the mission, but that will never cloud my judgment of what takes priority. If I've wronged you, rest assured that I'll get you an apology. But Angie, if you're hiding something, fine. Just don't try anything sneaky again. I want you to understand, uncovering the truth about the past, or even completing this mission from Babylonia, none of it matters more than getting everyone back to safety. After composing herself in those few sentences, Bridget signals to the rest of the group to escort Angie and her deputy away. After briefing everyone on only a few matters, Bridget dismisses the crowd. Sorry you had to see that, Pop and P. No, it's all good. It's good to show emotion, especially in the military. As long as it doesn't interfere with what's at hand. I know. It just never occurred to me that they'd be so drastic. Have we confirmed that the collapse was caused by humans? We don't have definitive proof, but it's hard not to get suspicious when we've seen the corrupted we saw and all the cave-ins we've experienced. We should plan for the worst-case scenario. The real problem is that we've completely lost contact with the outside. We need to be prepared to set up camp here, possibly for an extended period. Setting up camp isn't an issue. They should come in as a no-brainer for the support force since they've operated in dangerous zones year-round. But Norman's research team, probably not so much. I'll take care of that. Learning how to manage the mental state of rescue subjects is part of our basic training. And there's some good news. Cheryl found the mine's internal communication system. Both the transmitter and receiver still work. Once we've secured stable communications in the lower mine, I plan to have our technical support specialists work on Norman's research team to modify the communication equipment. We'll see if we can restore contact with Babylonia. That's good. Keeping them busy while we'll stop them from overthinking. Lucia, please check on the condition of the other mine tunnels in the area. There might be a passage connecting to the outside that we haven't discovered yet. Copy that. After the muffled sound, a hammer leaves a dent in the conference room table. Silica flinches instinctively, unsure whether she's feeling more overwhelmed by the slam itself or the compensation from she'll have to fill out later. Oh, it's Wells! We haven't seen him in a fat minute! Stay calm. In a time of crisis, Gerida, you need to keep your cool. Keep my cool? We've already on our third rescue proposal, and you want me to keep my cool? When exactly is Babylonia planning to let Engineering Force step in? Trust me, we won't do anything rash. Engineering Force will still advance carefully from the outside, based on the mine's conditions, safety guaranteed. I trust you, but that's not the issue here. I know you're anxious, but please be patient. An hour will pass before you know it. It's been 5 hours since we last heard from Pop and P. Do we really have to wait the full 6 hours of radio silence before we're cleared to move? I'm glad to know that Karenina's watching out for us. Glad to know that she's caring for us. I do appreciate that. I like her voice actor. Voice actress, sorry. And I like Karenina on top of that because of her story on the Skin Story Conan. So it's good to know. Karen getting no love from Carl recently. I know, dude. It's so sad. Karenina's one of my favorites. She's on the run to become the longest meta carrier that's already. That's true. That is true. She is. She's been in the game for a minute. She's been in the meta team for a minute. Her idle skin is still selling. True, because especially since the rerun's going out right now. I've always liked Karenina. Karenina's been one of my favorites for a long time. She's like right there with Luna that also got me into the game. She needs a new frame. If she did get a new frame, I have no clue what kind of it would be. Maybe physical, since, you know, she likes to break shit a lot. I understand how you feel, but applications take time, and so do arrangements. Time is exactly what we don't have during times like this. Why do we... Oh, and Teddy's here. We can't confirm if this is just a communication error issue or an actual accident. The mine itself is already a complicated environment, which is why it takes time. She needs to be replaced by Kamui. I don't know what Kamui... If Kamui got a new frame, I have no clue what the fuck he would be. Rushing in might only complicate things further. I mean, Pop and P might have only moved out of the service area temporarily, right? Huh? Out of service area? Come on, Teddy, you've got to be kidding! Teddy ignores Karenina's irritation, her fingers dancing across her keyboard. After pressing the final key, she swivels her chair to face Silica. Engineering Force need prep time anyway. If it turns out to be a false alarm, we can either clock out early or get a day off and return. What do you think? Silica hesitates at the payment notification on her terminal. The amount shown could cover 20 desk replacements and then some. But that's not the issue. This account isn't on the public disclosed list. Oh, damn, she pulling out hush money. Silica walks over to Wells. Sir? He removes his glasses and rubs the bridge off his nose, speaking with a resigned tone. Even he's like, damn, that's a lot of money. Go ahead, but be discreet. Did you hear that? Be discreet. I haven't gotten the official approval yet, but I've already had the spaceport start its preparations. The same old place, the inspection of the Engineering Force exclusive transport ship should be done soon. Make it quick, all right? I knew I can count on you, Teddy. The thud of Karenina's hammer hitting the ground drowns out the rest of her words. She dashes out the door like a gust of wind, leaving behind 2 broken tiles and no trace where she's gone. Looks like the transferring of those extra funds was pretty smart of me. So, I don't have to pay for the damaged floor now, too, right? Welv waves Silica away as she tries to step forward, but then leisurely bends down to pick up the hammer and floor fragments that Karenina dropped. I have a feeling that you've seen far into the future. You knew the mine would collapse before it happened, didn't you? I'm a hacker. I'm not a politician. I don't deal with the conspiracies and speculation. Teddy shrugs and closes her opening system and steers a glance at the familiar portrait in her contact list just before the screen goes dark. I just figured if anything, Norman's involvement isn't bound to go wrong somehow. It's practically a given. She's not wrong. While the others busy themselves with setting up camp, Bridget leads Trojan to a secluded corner. Oh boy, what's gonna happen here? So, pulling me aside when something goes wrong. Am I on the suspect list now? An alcohol-flavored electrolyte that tastes like beer. Trojan takes a bottle of electrolytes from Bridget, weighs it on her palm, and examines the package before handing it back. Forget it. We don't know how long we'll be stuck in this forsaken place. Better save the supplies when we can. Now, this is going to be some crazy character development if she forgives her. Bridget takes back the electrolytes with a conflicted expression, seeing Trojan's completely normal demeanor. Even she, usually straightforward, finds herself at a loss for words. Ah, did we used to drink like this before? Huh? How did you know? Trojan shrugs, casually sits down on a rock and taps his whoa, him? That's a dude? I'm a hope that's a mistype, but you're easy to read, or rather, you weren't trying to hide it. You asked me to meet alone, not just because I belong to Norman, but also because it's the memories I've lost and the mind trauma now. Yep. Upon hearing this, Bridget lets her guard down and takes a seat next to Trojan. We were here back then too, not just in this tunnel, but in this same mine. Bridget's words send Trojan into a momentary daze, causing her visual and audio systems to fall slightly out of sync. Bridget? Yes? Rulon? Here? Trojan? 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 Present. Oh boy. Oh shit. So it's not that they got lost, they just got tampered with. Bridget has to call Trojan's name several times before Trojan, lost in thought, finally responds. What's gotten into you? You were totally out of it just now. No, I guess I'm just a little exhausted. Face to face with those worried eyes, Trojan can't help but want to look away. Even though their words carry hidden intentions, the person before her still radiates warmth and friendliness. Knowing herself, Trojan can't seem to remember why she decided to take this job in the first place. YOLO is the new black, and she's been living by it. It's too bright. Bet I would get uncomfortable. What did you say? Well, considering you gave me that drink earlier, I'll be honest with you. Trojan suddenly stands up, dusts herself off, and steps away from Bridget. Norman did assign me to assist Angie in the report back with the intel when possible, but it wasn't mandatory. They only brought it up as a formality. They explicitly told me I could take it or leave it. So, there's no so. One drink's worth exactly this much info. I've told you all I'm willing to share, and if you want to know more, you've got to sit down for a talk with Angie yourself. If I were on her side, I can tell you now that you wouldn't be able to bring Angie back, that is, if she wanted to run. Without looking back, Trojan walks toward the crowd as she does a half-hearted wave in the air. I'm off, sunshine. Make sure you assign someone to keep an eye on little Angie. Well, damn. Okay. Episode 9, Underground Tunnel. Three days have passed since they lost contact with the outside world. They've gone from the feeling tense to anxious, and they're just feeling exhausted. Even Angie, who was initially under suspicion, seems affected. She's been remarkably well behaved for the last 3 days. Until... Holy! We've got trouble! What's wrong? Angie's gone. We don't see her anywhere. And Scylla, too. She was guarding Angie, but we don't see her anywhere now either. Where's Trojan? Oh, I'm right here. Just to be clear, I haven't received any orders from the organization in terms of helping Angie escape or anything like that. This was entirely her personal decision. I have nothing to do with it. Trojan raises both hands in mock surrender. There were traces of vital fluid. The trail leads this way. Scattered traces of vital fluid trail off into the pitch-black mineshaft. Angie and her deputy couldn't have slipped away so quietly on their own. Someone must have helped them. Cheryl, stay here with your team and to guard the supply. Set up the patrol shifts to start repairing the transmitter and receiver. Contact us immediately once communications are restored. Understood. Pop and P, Lucia, I need you both with me to track down Angie. I got you, girl. If there is crossfire, I want to subdue them immediately, and that includes you, Trojan. Bridget's eyes fix on Trojan as he... Is it a dude? As he tries to slip away, her brows furrowing slightly. As she enters the mine, stale mysteries and decaying dust assault her senses. The mounting questions leave her no time to dwell on her complicated history with her former instructor. What exactly is Trojan trying to do down here? I'm not your enemy. I've told you this many times before. But I can't take that risk. Angie belongs to the Norman Mighty Corp, and so do you. I can't risk leaving you at camp. It's not easy being the good guy, is it? Let's move out. We need to find them quickly. Judging by these vital fluid traces, I'm worried Scylla won't last much longer. Shit. Colonel's here? Well, okay. I'm not surprised Colonel's here. They were here they were down here the first time.
That was almost too easy. Hey, you over there, researcher. What do you think you're doing?
My assistant is injured and needs medical attention.
Oh, don't waste your time. The construct got him good. He won't last long anyway. You don't seriously expect to find fully equipped medical bay in a place like this, do you?
As if proud of their crew joked, the two colonel soldiers golf in unison. This wasn't part of our agreement. I made it clear that both my assistant and I needed to remain unharmed before I would help you with the recycling.
Say, do you even know what's up?
The colonel soldier stops in his tracks, sizing up Angie with a glint of malice in his eyes.
We finally managed to escape from Utopia in that madman's pursuit, thinking we could enjoy some damn peace and quiet. If it weren't for the mess you people caused, we wouldn't be stuck in this godforsaken place.
I never forced you into anything. You volunteered.
Who the fuck said we volunteered?
He spits to the ground with contentment.
Your professor proposed the data retrieval mission, and you negotiated the terms, but let me make one thing clear. The person you made that deal with isn't here anymore.
Don't mind the colonel type vibes. Should be used to by now. Yeah, I was just saying, I should not be surprised. I shouldn't be surprised at this point. They've been in damn near every scheme.
Let's stop here.
The colonel soldier just makes a show of cleaning his weapon menacingly before falling silent, continuing to escort Angie forward. Okay, so let me go back and read that. Your professor proposed a data retrieval mission, and you negotiated the terms. And they're from Utopia. So they escaped Utopia. Take that back. From the madman's pursuit, which I'm assuming could go walk a colonel, thinking we could enjoy some damn peace and quiet. Oh, the typos. Okay. Now I know what you mean. Okay, yes. Yeah, okay. I should not be... Yeah. It just caught me off guard. I'm like, this better be a fucking typo. Forced to stumble forward while carrying her gravely wounded deputy on her back, and Angie's mind begins to drift into a haze. She should be a rising star in Norman Moneycard's research division. Heading the Norman Titanium Branch Laboratory, calculating data and exploring material properties. How did she end up in this situation? Are we gonna get some lore? We're gonna get some backstory on how this happened? Yes, we are. Professor, the data you gave me is all verified now. How did you obtain these parameters?
That's my little secret. I'm not gonna give it away.
Was this from an experiment conducted long ago? Without experimental foundations, it should nearly be impossible to obtain these parameters.
Since you're so eager to know, here, take a look at these research notes. These notes contain years of dedication and effort. Truth be told, this is probably my proudest research achievement yet.
The research notes are filled with malicious data entries ranging from studies on titanium properties to hypotheses about material enhancement, and finally to the various reactions these materials triggers in test subjects. Angie immerses herself in this paradise, treasuring every moment as if she's discovered an invaluable treasure. However, only half of the research notes are present. The crucial test subjects' reactions and supporting research directions come from an abrupt end at the notebook's conclusion. After starting a new project based on the notes, Angie rushes to find her professor, barely containing her excitement. Professor, I've conducted multiple experiments based on the notes, but I can't replicate any of the values. Why is that?
Well, that's because we're using different test subjects, of course.
Different test subjects?
The Kabalimer is meant to be used on humans at the end of the day, not loblots. How could you possibly get the correct parameters by only experimenting on rats?
That's fucking fucked. They were experimenting on humans. Angie can't be sure if that really makes any sense to her. As she stares at her professor in confusion, the man before her suddenly seems like a stranger.
Tell me, Angie, do you truly want to continue walking on this path of research with me?
Her professor, usually genial, now takes an uncharacteristically serious tone. Yes, of course I do. What researcher wouldn't want to achieve something in their scientific career? Everyone dreams of becoming the next Asimov. Oh. Okay. If our researcher on Kylo Promenic succeeds, She envisions herself on the highest podium, her name etched at the pinnacle of history. A cryptic smile plays across the professor's lips.
Ah, my most brilliant student. You certainly have access to the finest resources at my disposal.
He introduces Angie to Colonel Corporation. Before Angie can even process the fact that the head of the Norman Mining Corp's research lab has connections to Colonel, she finds herself captivated by Colonel's tantalizing promises. Generous compensation, expanded laboratory privileges, and they offer to provide materials and test subjects free of charge for Angie's research, with one condition. All research finding must be shared with Colonel. As the senior researcher, Angie stands at the clearance level that's more than sufficient for her to carry out this undertaking. The good times prove short-lived. After Babylonia passes a proposal to shut down illegal laboratories and research projects, Colonel's operations become more discreet, cutting off Angie's access to additional resources. But soon, a new opportunity presents itself.
Babylonia decides to develop the Constantine mine in collaboration with Norman Mining Corp.
The Constantine mine? That's heavily invested titanium mine?
Indeed. You wanted the other half of the research data, didn't you? When that accident struck the Constantine mine, I barely managed to escape with just this research notebook. Everything else remains stored in the laboratory deep within the mine. I've already requested assistance from Curdo. Norman Mining Corp will dispatch several researchers to help them reopen the mine. And I've submitted your name as one of the candidates.
But Professor, I'm just a researcher. The mine itself, it's been infected by punishing, no? The mine is well known to every Titanium research laboratory. It was once Norman Mining Corp's crowning achievement, a pinnacle that every Titanium research facility aspired to reach. But it's been long been occupied by corrupted, no?
Colonel will dispatch armed combat units to assist you.
Isn't there anyone else who could do this? I mean, I don't consider myself knowledgeable about that mine.
I'll transfer clearance to the mine to you. My laboratory is down there, and my access level surpasses what you get as a Norman researcher.
So it's his laboratory. Seeing Angie's hesitation, the professor shakes his head, his voice taking on a hint of pity.
I'm not asking, and you don't have the right to refuse, Angie.
Oh. Knowing exactly what her professor is saying, Angie now seems somewhat disturbed. Noticing this, the professor softens and changes the subject.
You need to understand what we're talking about here, Angie. We're talking about extremely valuable data about titanium coal miners, about humanity's future. Once we obtain this data, it'll be our pride and Colonel's newest bargaining chip. With this new qualifying research, I wouldn't be stuck in a backwater place like this Norman Mining Corp.
Professor, are you feeling okay?
I'm getting old.
He composes himself and sinks back into his chair.
Therefore, Angie, all of our hopes now rest with you. Bring back the other half of my life's work. Bring back what we seek. It will take us to new heights.
Of course, Professor, but I have a few conditions I'd like Colonel to meet.
Go ahead. As long as your requests are reasonable, we'll do our best to accommodate them within our means.
Add my assistant's name to the list. He is helping with numerous experiments, and I need his help to reorganize the data. Also, as evening approaches, the artificial sky domes to a dusky hue.
Stop dawning and get moving. The lab the geezer mentioned should be right up ahead.
The crude voice snaps Angie back into reality, where clouds of dust fill her lungs and send her into a coughing fit.
Hey, are you seriously still dragging that corpse around?
The soldier's harsh words jolt Angie into a horrifying realization. Her grievously wounded assistant, who she had been carrying all this time, has long since drawn his last breath. Taking a deep breath, Angie gently lowers her assistant's body onto the ground beside the mining tunnel. Sorry, but could you help me bury him? He was an excellent researcher.
Cut the chatter! Look, it's not that we don't want to help, but the ground here is solid rock. We can't even do damage with bullets. Just leave him there.
Got it. The colonel soldier tosses her assistant's body into the abyss hollow, the mining tunnel unceremonially. Jesus! Angie opens her mouth to speak, but the words never come out. Gee, goddamn! Not much sympathy from Angie for me. I mean, she's basically, it's more of like she's being forced to do this, but at the same time, you could have technically refused. But it is what it is. Following the map, they quickly locate the laboratory entrance, but the dust-covered control panel remains lifeless. As if the secret laboratory never existed at all. Oh, she wasn't forced? I thought he said that this is not a request. Where's it at? There we go. I'm not asking you. Don't have the right to refuse. Yeah, I thought it was basically forcing her. Well, she signed up for this position knowing what wouldn't show. That's true. That is true.
Damn it. What are your researcher's access card?
I've reactivated the card within my palm, and I'm the only one able to make them work. She could always quit. True, but then she would be hunted down.
Damn it. What are you waiting for then?
As they near the laboratory, Colonel Soldier grows increasingly brazen. He openly probes Angie with his weapon, demanding she hurry up and unlock the control panel. My professor said that all laboratories here are encrypted. Only humans with active vital signs can open them. As she swiftly passes her hand over the control panel, it gradually becomes a glow. The same panel that had remained stubbornly unresponsive to all Colonel Soldier's attempts.
What a pain in the butt. If you ask me, not a single one of these researchers is worth a damn.
Colonel Soldier spits venomously on the ground, shoves Angie aside, and storms into the laboratory first. Well, okay. The vital fluid trail hasn't stopped so far, and there's flesh blood here. Someone's been injured. She crouches down to examine the bloodstains on the ground more carefully.
It's still fresh. There's even a lingering trace of gunpowder in the air. The conflict must have happened very recently.
These drag marks are in the blood. They're trying to move this human somewhere. We really gotta press forward.
Yes.
Whatever else Angie was, she came into the mines as a Norman Mining Corp employee. Support Force will have a hard time justifying ourselves to Norman Mining Corp and Babylonia if we don't keep looking for her. But this is way out of my jurisdiction. Wait, I'm hearing something. Coming over there. Lucia furrows her brow, her gaze fixed on a mine tunnel in the distance.
So am I. It's faint, like metal scraping against metal.
There were many metal doors throughout the mine tunnel. Must be the sound of one of them opening? A laboratory in the mines, huh? Everyone turns toward the source of the sound in unison. That position is closer to the top of the inverted tower. Oh shit. Alright, here we go. Episode 10, Confusion. The problem is involving herself with these people in the first place, but she knew the risk and she knew what she was doing, so yeah. It's nuanced. True. I mean, she does. She wants to make her name etched into history. This is really not the way to do it. So, I mean... And the fact that she involved herself with these people does not help her case any more better. So she's kind of screwed either way, no matter what. Yeah, now it's a little late to quit. Yeah, she quit now. She's getting killed. While Collinstein mining facility might seem mundane enough to the ground, its underground structures resemble those of a magnificent inverted tower when viewed in isolation. Mining tunnels sprawl in all directions, nearly hollowing out from the entire foundation beneath the wilderness, with all the small labs dotting the branches of these tunnels. With easy access to more materials, the researchers hardly ever leave their posts, completely absorbed in their work. Everyone understands that the deeper a laboratory is located, the more advanced or cutting edge its research becomes, a fact never explicitly stipulated to them. As they negotiate the winding path, the intermingled trails of vital fluid and blood grow more frequently. Sela was still chasing after them. He should have gone back for reinforcements. He won't last long, not when he's lost such a big amount of vital fluid. On the ground, the trail of vital fluid abruptly ends, but the blood continues to streak forward. Clear drag marks extend toward a side tunnel where a shadowy figure lies motionless on the ground. Sela!
Wait! It could be a trap.
You gesture toward Lucio, who, having acknowledged your gesture with a nod, produces a flare and tosses it out, ever so carefully. The cold light reveals the contract's body, now completely devoid of vital fluids. Pain pierces through her mind, but Bridget fights to stay calm, clenching her fist as she steps forward to examine Scylla's body. It's a gunshot wound near the core. That's what causes vital fluid to leak out. Those people hiding in the mines, they've got to be the ones behind this. There might be more than one group involved. With its surface dusted, the rock now reveals deeply embedded footprints, far too deep to have been left by any normal human. I'm sure you put up a good fight, Scylla. Bridget gently closes Scylla's open eyes. I'll take it from here for you. Bridget marks Scylla's location in the mine tunnel, her eyes now dark with resolve. Oh, she gonna kill someone. Let's keep moving. There's still blood on the ground. We might catch up to them before they can do anything else. Is it possible that this teammate of yours, well, maybe he accepting something from Angie and her people, but then things went south during negotiations and they ended up in a fight? Oh, be careful how you say that. Impossible. What makes you say so? Bridget shoots Trojan a quick glance. There was this incident that I've experienced, and I don't know if I'd actually call it betrayal. After my promotion to the current position as support force captain, I conducted thorough background checks on all squad members. I've also carefully scrutinized the records of every new recruit joining our ranks. Feeling called out, Trojan rubs his nose. Her nose awkwardly. Besides, without third-party assistance, it would have been impossible for Angie and her deputy to hurt Scylla. I want to believe that Angie too was likely coerced into leaving by a third party. The trail leads to here. It appears to be a drainage system into the mine, wet and muddy in constant use. Would they really build a laboratory in a place like this? You never know what they're capable of. This place, it's nothing. They burrowed into bedrock if they could. Some things are meant to stay in the dark after all. They really want Trojan to be a dude, don't they? I don't know what the fuck they want Trojan to be. I'm sticking with a girl until Trojan herself says that she's a dude. The localizer tier is failing. It's got me bamboozled.
You seem quite familiar with all of this.
Am I? I wouldn't know. Perhaps it's because we're both inferior beings. That's why we all think alike. Does Trojan really have no recollections whatsoever? Bridget watches cautiously as Trojan walks ahead. Why does she seem so familiar with this place? And what exactly is she trying to do here?
Don't worry. Lucy and I will help. Ever since entering the mine,
Bridget has been on edge, meticulously planning every move, yet despite such careful precautions, she's been losing one comrade after another all the same. Bridget's self-reproach threatens to overflow the debilitated sewers. Yeah, I'm fine. I'm just thinking about what we should do next. Cheryl should have the transceiver fixed soon. At least we'll be able to maintain communications amongst ourselves, and then... Easy. Bridget lets out a long sigh. She's well off on usual herself. She herself has been acting lately. Worry and doubt consume all those as nightmares, until which now she has been suppressing resurface. All these negative emotions came bursting out of the sight of Scylla's corpse. A dark volcano has broken loose within her mind. Don't worry, I'm sure I'll get a grip of myself soon enough. Let's keep moving. Okay, we're gonna do this chapter, and this will probably take us to the end. Hopefully we learn something new. Hey!
I didn't expect the sewer would lead us to a place like this.
Why are you running? You should be walking, Lucia. Oh, we can run too? Hell yeah. Alright. Oh, we're being watched. Not owned. Hold on. That means there's something here then. Oh.
The security system is locked. Did the order come from a higher authority? That's weird. Who is it?
Well, I guess we're forcing this bitch open then. Oh! Nice. That's a nice little detail.
These footprints are fresh. Anja probably came through here.
Anja? Oh, it's Anja. I'm still gonna stick with Angie.
Why did she come here?
Exploration time!
I guess the mine was permanently sealed to prevent the punishing virus from getting out. But we haven't seen any evidence of damage caused by the corrupted.
Alright, let's open
Right.
this.
On the contrary, it's locked. It requires authorization to unlock it. We have to get it open. Wait, does this mean that Anjay didn't go this way? Otherwise, she would have opened it with her authorization.
Okay. Gotta go this way. We'll go to the store. This is a long sequence, by the way. Is it really? That's alright. Here we go. That's alright. It'll take us to the end of the stream, so this works out.
So many corrupted here. Someone must have passed by recently.
Oh shit. Oh, 3!
Guard this place.
Thought I was doing a control Q. Here we go.
It's dangerous ahead. Be careful.
Ooh, ah! She done damn kick that bitch. Yeah!
On your side. The corrupted are all eliminated. Let's check out the area where they were gathering.
Luce, are you stuck? Oh. Move! Thank you. Alright. Let's open this again. What? Okay. Let's go this way then. We're still locked out. We're gonna force it open though. All right.
The footprints are headed this way. I see. Is this place a control room?
I missed the cards? Can I go back? Oh, fucking hell, I can't. That's
The
alright.
system still works. These files.
In front of the mind we're missing. Materials out, never running out of them. Okay. Alright, I'll go back to read this.
The system still works. These files.
There we go.
Right, the power's back. Let's keep going.
Alright, now I can actually go back and get these. Go look at the dead bodies. Okay. Now, where are these dead bodies? Oh, wait a minute. Oh, is it the start? Oh, damn. That's alright. Alright, we're going back then. Alright. Look at that, this is still floating around. There we go. Underground tunnel main path.
I'm in the secret passage, deep down the mine.
God damn, what is all? We're just going a big old loop?
Help me shut down the security system. The corrupted are coming out from there.
Oh boy. Well, looks like we gotta save her.
From down there. Lucia, head for the switch.
Let's fucking do it.
Watch out. These secrets have an evil. We have to break it first.
No one's getting past me. Guard this place. Just hit.
Oh, is that the parry mode that y'all were talking about? You just hold down 2.
No one's getting past me. No one's getting past me. That. Oh, you.
Ah!
I'm all right. It's just a
Oof.
scratch. No one's getting past me.
Holy shit, what are you? Nope, but that's also a block. Oh, okay. See, I'm still learning. I don't know the parry mode, but I'm still learning.
Are you done with the control panel over there? Copy. Almost done here.
The hatch! They're breaking in!
Last one. You have to work on both ports simultaneously. I'll leave it to you, Captain Bridget.
Okay. Chi! The daughter, true Dante's daughter. True. True. Why is it an alpha? Found it already. If we're talking about the achievement, or we're talking about the other thing, about the little fucking Connect circuit testers. Because I was looking, I'm like, wait a minute, okay. On the way back to the temporary camp, Anji maintains her silence. Only when passing the cliff marked with broken trails of blood does she come to a halt. The circuit, I always say I used to do that all the time, so I'm pretty quick. I'm quick on how it usually is. They threw my deputy off this cliff here. If you find his body while clearing the mine tunnel, please give him a proper burial for me. She holds no particular attachment to her deputy. Like all of her previous deputies, this one was merely more of an efficient human tool for her, which is fucking insane. I was just lucky. Looked at it right away. I was just say you can sometimes like just if you just look at it once or look something like one way, you'd be like, oh, there it is. But they didn't deserve to die like this. We'll give proper burial to everybody we find in the mine tunnels. Despite her cold gaze and clear distaste for the woman, Bridget doesn't refuse Angie's request. Thank you. I know you are all good people. Playing this saint now, Ari. We really don't mind if you just tell us what we want to know. Angie falls silent once more. After entering the corridor lined with laboratories, she finds herself unable to identify which one belonged to the professor. With the colonel soldier's hostility growing more palpable behind her, Angie carefully tests each door ahead. 1, 2, 3. Knowing she has no chance of outpacing the colonel soldiers, she's too scared to make any sudden moves. None of these. The access cards isn't working. Her face remains expressionless as she informs the colonel soldiers of the bad news, her fingers tightening around the access card in her hand. While researchers from Norman Minicorp are able to access a few public laboratories with the access cards they have, Angie has other access cards that she got from her professor. And through subtle probing along the way, Angie is now sure that these two colonel soldiers are unaware of that particular card. Darn it! I guess we have to keep moving then. The damp environment poses a threat to these incomplete constructs, machines built solely for combat. How do we end up getting stuck with this damn mission? Oh, don't tell her anything funny. He probes Angie with his weapon as a warning.
I'm sure you know that researchers from Norman Mining Corp don't have enough clearance to access everywhere. I might be the person in charge, but that is the only access card I've been given. I'm surprised she's trying to score my way out of this. We can only access the public labs, and we'll use them to hack into the private labs terminal. I'll get what I need, and you'll be able to go home. Well, I don't know. The soldiers accept her explanation quietly, slowing their pace and letting her work alone at the front with the access card to open the door. The stiffness in the joints is real. Without waterproof equipment, both construct soldiers are having a rough time. Who the fuck would bringing waterproof gear? How the fuck are we supposed to know this mine would be a damn human? Bingo. Anji stands perfectly still, maintaining a pose as if merely testing the access card, and presses it against the wall. The moment she presses it, alarms blare through the area, and infrared targeting dots appear at the two colonel constructs standing at the corridor. Shit! Ignoring their stiff joints, colonel soldiers instantly raise their weapons at Angie. But it's too late. The cold, bulletproof metal doors slam shut with a heavy thud. Farewell. She listens coldly to the sharp clangs of terminal weapons striking against metal behind the door until she hears two dull thuds that signal bodies hitting the ground in a quick succession. She doesn't look back. That's crazy. For the rest of the journey, only heavy footsteps echo through the mining tunnel. Colonel soldiers, secret laboratory, the mining tunnel they just passed. Bridget isn't the only one who's unsettled. Since entering the Consane mine, Trojan has grown distant and distracted as well. She stalled well. She really did. She was really trying to find the right card to be like, oh, this is the one that's gonna set off the security protocols. For reasons unknown, everything here feels strangely familiar to her. This isn't mere deja vu. She's certain that she's experienced all of these before. Sure, we picked you up from the Consane mine, but I couldn't find any records of your background before that. I couldn't find any detailed reasons why Norman Mining Club recruited you in the first place. There's just one report mentioning that you used to work at the Norman Mining Corp's Constant mine. And what's more, Leonardo puts his old paper report, now wearing his usual imposed grin. I think you're just fine the way you are now, Auntie. Auntie? Whoa! Auntie! You're telling me that Trojan's their aunt? That's fucking insane! Hey now. So, did you really have to get involved with this new mission to evacuate the Constant mine? Yeah. What? How is she their aunt? I don't think it's their actual auntie. I don't think. It's gonna be insane if she is. Gazing out the window, Trojan father toward unusual days. I can't shake this feeling that I've got to go to that place. It's an expression. Oh, okay. Had me boofing for a moment. I'm like, wow, it's fucking insane. And it'll be like, no wonder she's with them all the time. Someone has got to go anyway, so it might as well be me. Hey, boss, shouldn't you be happy with an unemployed and volunteering for work? Happy about what? Having to pay you extra fieldwork allowance? Just send the mission details to me. I'll handle everything myself. Bye. While she might not be a time traveler, her remarkably simple background points to only one thing. She does have a history with the Constant mine. Someone calling someone an auntie is like calling her old. He could have just called her old then. Okay. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's gonna do it for today. Made some pretty good headway. We're episode 11, so I want to say we're halfway now. We're right there, a little over halfway. So it's not bad. Not bad. We still got to do these two, but I know 7 should be short, and I think the long goodbye should also be short. Maybe we're going to see though. But this is not bad. Two more streams. Trust. Hopefully we can get it done in 2 streams. So Saturday, do we want to try an attempt 9 a.m. to 12 and see how that goes. Because like I said, Monday's when the new schedule hits for me. So we could, I mean, if we want to, we could do 9 to 12 and see how it goes for everyone. That way we can at least get a grip or get a grasp on what works. And on top of that, I guess it's a little moving into the future with that. Plus, I could see how it works out longevity wise, because like I said, once I'm able to take this full time, that'll probably be my ideal streaming time. Maybe I'll let you guys know. Also, Luna's coding will rerun again this coming patch. So you didn't even have to do the coding in the story. Yeah, I realized that too. When I saw that, I'm like, man, I didn't have. I did the story for no reason. It is what it is. Does that reminds me? Is what the fuck is her chapter? What the fuck is Vera? No, Vera. Did Vera have a story coding? I don't remember if she did or not. Did Vera's coding have one? I don't believe it did. No, okay, I didn't think so. I didn't think it did. Well, that's unfortunate. It is what it is. Even though I think was the spoil for Luna's just her her mirrored self. I have a feeling that's what the spoiler was, but like I said, I don't even know what it was. But I think in Love's Dawn, we've still got a couple days. We still got like a month. Yeah, we've got 35 days still. Hopefully we can get it. Hopefully we can get a chapter done before then. But I think we'll try. I'll let you guys know, like probably Friday night, whether or not we do stream 9 to 12 or 6 to 9, whichever one it is. I'll let you guys know when that time comes. So, anyhow, I don't want to keep you guys here any more longer than necessary. I thank you all for being here. I know it was a late stream, but hey, we made some decent headway. Regardless, very thankful you all are here. I don't take you guys' time for granted at all because I know that you guys could be doing other things, but you guys decided to spend time watching me, and I do thank you for that. So, anywho, Saturday we will be continuing on Bridget's story, and we'll go from there. So, ladies and gentlemen, Saturday morning, 6 a.m. Saturday morning, time to be unknown yet. I will see you all then. I'm out. Peace.